Today's topic is about intensive table teaching. So many people ask me, how do you work at the table? What do you do at the table? So in ABA term, we call this intensive table teaching, also known as ITT, or it's also known as Discrete Trial Teaching, which is called DTI. So three of the most important things when you're teaching a child at the table are to keep in mind what programs you teach the child. So generally when you're working at the table, you teach the child how to do imitation skills, motor imitation, listener responding skills, following instructions, matching skills, labeling items. It's more, the teaching style is more structured. And then in the natural environment teaching, that's where you do play and manding and requesting for more items that the child is motivated for. So at the table, we have different programs that we teach, which you will be seeing today. So the three main points about discrete trial teaching or intensive table teaching are: number one, the first thing you do is when your child sits at the table with you, you want to first conduct a preference assessment, which means you want to determine which reinforcers the child likes. Which are the items that you're going to use as a reward for the child when they perform well. Then we're going to be showing you how you can test mastered skills, and then you're going to be teaching new skills at the table. So that's generally what happens at the table. 80% of the time is spent doing easy skills, which are mastered skills, which are the skills the child has already learned. And then new skills means new skills that the child does not know. So we're going to start off by showing you how to do a preference assessment. So let's say the child, there are three different items you know the child likes. You want to determine what's high preferred, what's medium preferred, and what's low preferred. Because accordingly, you're going to reward that reinforcer to the child depending on how their response is. If they respond well, you give them the most preferred item. If they don't respond too well, you give them the medium preferred. So let's have a look. So over here, the child chose the sharks. So the sharks were more preferred than the pig. Now the child chose the chips. So the chips are more preferred than the sharks. The child chose chips again. So chips are more preferred than the pig, which means chips are the most preferred. Then we're going to determine medium preferred. Sharks, the child picked sharks again, so the sharks are medium preferred. And then it seems like the least preferred would probably be the pigs. So now accordingly, the child will be reinforced depending on how they respond. So when they respond perfectly fine, you're going to give them the most preferred, which is chips, and then you're going to adjust accordingly. So when we work on mastered skills, we have a set of cards, which every time the child learns a skill, we write a card, so we remember what are all the skills the child has. The pink one are motor imitation cards, which generally say do this, and then the actual item, the actual action the child must follow. And the yellow cards are the listener responding, which means the child must listen and follow the instructions written there. So we'll show you how they both work. These are mastered, so the child has already learned this. So this is, we start off by very easy skills. Do this, and then we will reinforce.
Okay, let's do this. I will just move with this. Okay. Fold hands. Good. Very good.
Fold hands is an easy skill, and then the child reinforce. You start with one demand and then you reinforce.
Okay. Do this. Amazing. There you go.
You reinforce again. You want to gradually build your demands. You don't want to jump in there with 4 demands.
Do this. Do this. Amazing.
So now
job.
the practice is doing 2 demands.
2 chips. Sorry, chip broke. Good.
Good. 3 demands.
Okay. Okay. Do this. Good. Do this. Do this. Good job. Amazing.
So now the child is
Very
following
good.
the demands are being increased. Now she did 3 demands, and then she gave both the reinforcers that the child likes. So when the child performs very well, you can give all 3 even. But if they're not doing too well, then you can give 1 at a time. Or you can also do differential reinforcement, which means you can give a bigger chip instead of a small chip, or you can give the sharks for a longer duration versus a shorter duration. So that is a demonstration of some of the master skills we teach, which are imitation and motor imitation generally. Let's try and demonstrate some mastered listener responding skills.
Okay.
Turn cup over, tap down. Put the ring on, hold hands, clap.
Tap duck. Good. There you go.
So that's not an imitation, that's a listener responding, because the child is told the instruction and they need to listen and respond without really copying the therapist.
Put the ring on. Clap hands. Good job.
So these are all easy mastered skills that the child knows, and so when we start off, we start easy. So the child knows that it's not too hard. Now we're going to bring in some new skills, which are going to be labeling items, and the child does not know how to do this. So we're going to do a combination of mastered, easy skills with a bit of teaching a new skill. We're going to start with easy and
Easy stuff. Okay, let's do this. So, we have put the 3 items, right?
yeah.
No, this is labeling, right?
So you're going to first do 1 or 2 easy, and then you're going to do labeling. Yeah. Tacting 1, just the pen.
What is this?
This is difficult.
What is this? Pen.
Pen.
What is this?
Pen.
Pen. What is this?
Pen.
Distractor.
Tap duck. What is this?
Pen.
Pen. Good job. That was really
So the
good.
child did not know that that was a pen, and therefore what we do is our teaching procedure of a new skill is generally we prompt the child, so we say, what is it? Pen. And then the child says pen, so we give them the actual answer. Then we say, what is it? And we wait for the child to say pen. And then we do a distractor, which means we distract them from the pen, and we'll say do this or do this. And then we'll come back and we'll show them the pen and we'll test it. What is it? And we'll see if they recall. Let's do that again, but let's try doing it with marker this time. But start with the master skill.
Okay.
Yeah. Mastered means easy.
Tap duck. Good. There you go. Do this. Good job.
Tap.
Do this. What is this?
Pen.
What is this? Marker.
Marker.
What is this?
Marker.
Marker. What is this?
Marker.
Marker. Clap hands. Tap duck. What is this?
Marker.
Marker. Good job.
So over here you can see we started off with easy, which was tapped up. The child knows this. Then you're building a momentum of responses. And then you go in and you teach. What is it? Marker. What is it? The child says marker. Distractor. Come back. Test. What is it? Marker. So at the table, we do a combination of labeling, following instructions, motor imitation. We need to make sure we've got our rewards in place, high preferred, medium preferred, low preferred. And we need to do a combination of easy and difficult. Don't do 50% easy and 50% difficult. That's when the child will want to run away from the table. So that's why you have to find a balance between lots of easy and a little bit of difficult. At least then the child will sit and perform properly. So that's a little bit of information about intensive table teaching. And if you want to teach manding and requesting, that is something you do in natural environment teaching, which is a topic we'll cover another day. Thank you for tuning in, and we shall see you next week. Bye!
Bye.